This new AI video model is absolutely insane, and that's because it's multimodal. And that means that we can use simple natural text prompts to edit any video that we get. We can change characters, costumes, and landscapes with just a simple text prompt. You can think of it like Nano Banana Pro, but for video. And it unlocks a whole host of creative possibilities, like putting us in different film sequences, adding complex special effects to our own videos, and so much more. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it's capable of and how you can use it yourself. If you're new here, I'm AI Samson, and on this channel we explore the creative possibilities of AI. So why does this matter? Well, this model isn't just one of the most realistic that we've seen, it gives us a whole host of features that allow complete control. So for example, I can take this little shot of myself and then add in a reference image and ask Kling O1 to combine these two. Now what's great is it maintains the exact original composition and movement from the video and adds in a completely consistent character that is simply referenced from an image. But let's look at what else we can do, because we can simply take this shot of our beautiful assistant and instantly ask Kling O1 to change the lighting. But that's not all. We can also ask it to change the outfit, the time of day, the location, and anything. And then what's incredible is that we can start to splice these videos together to create stunning effects. Now, before I show you how you can do this yourself, let's take a look at a few more impressive examples. Now, we're going to start off by marveling at the realism of this model, and I've put it to the test for some of the most challenging situations. First of all, we're going to look at the challenge of complex motion, and what we're looking for here is natural animation and for the entire piece to feel fluid and seamless. And as you can see, we've got this beautiful fish swimming elegantly through the water. But what I want to bring your attention to most of all is just how stunning these refractions are on this glowing fish. But that's not all, because let's take a look at how it handles this incredible horse scene. And as you can see, we've got a lovely flowing nature to the mane, and the horse is moving in just the way we would expect it to. Now, we're also going to run through some examples from other creators, and I'll leave a link to everyone featured in this video in the description below. First up, we have this highly cinematic example from TechHalla. And you can see here some of the details. First of all, one of the biggest challenges has always been getting people to eat food effectively, specifically making sure that the size of the bite that they take is indeed coherent with the amount that they put in their face. Now, this might sound simple, but it's something we've challenged with for years in AI video. And you can see it's overcome that obstacle effectively. Now, next up, you can see just how well this is managing complex reflective compositions, where we would want to see an exact reflection of the scene in a mirror, and it's handled this with absolute grace and ease. Now, the beautiful thing about this model is the ability to maintain fantastic character consistency, and as you can see here, we have TechHalla appearing in each shot in a beautifully consistent way. Now, another challenge that has always struck us with AI video is to get dynamic human conflict. So here you can see this mild wrestle works perfectly well. There's very little morphing, and yet still we have this highly dynamic motion. This has been one of the greatest challenges of AI video, and you can see that overall it's done a fantastic job. But of course, we still want to pay attention to any inconsistencies, and I would just pull out here that as this man falls to the floor, it's almost as if he collapses through his own limbs. And after that, we also see as if TechHalla sort of steps on him rather than around him. However, this showcases just how far we've come in creating highly cinematic pieces of narrative film work that allow us to create consistent characters and scenes for fully fledged storylines. Now, we can also see this emerging into television in the future, where you could be watching Netflix and you might say, actually, I would like to watch myself. Here is Underwood showcasing another cinematic beauty, and this is a Game of Thrones inspired shot. And you can see here we've got the dragon, we've got these beautiful consistent shots, especially if we're looking at the color grading consistency. You can notice that each of these shots fits seamlessly together as if they are part of a larger film. Here we have a series of examples from Min Choi. You can easily restyle a shot to maintain any style that you're looking for, whether it be a Lego style or an animated style. And we also have the ability to edit videos, to change the backgrounds or change elements inside of the shots. Now, this gives us complete control to choose exactly what is shown and what is obscured. Now, this comes from the ability of using text-based editing, which means we can converse with the videos that we've created to make edits. For example, here Minchoi shows you how you can change the background, we can add in different weather effects, we can change the outfit, we can even add fireworks in the background. And all of this can be done with simple text edits. This is one of the breakthrough features of Kling O1, because just like Nano Banana Pro, we can converse with the model to make edits to our video. And that means that we can make very specific changes and updates, giving us much more control than we've ever had. Now, these are multimodal capabilities, which means that the video model understands inputs that are images or text for creating our new. Now, we can also leverage images as reference inputs to affect our video. So if we take a base video, for example, this top one from The Office, and then input a reference image of Shrek, you can see that we can completely change the character, swap out the face, and create an entirely different example. Now, one extremely useful use case for the ability to edit with text is if we're creating a sequence and we want to turn it into green screen footage. This means that we can overlay it into other sequences or use it in mixed media experiments with real life footage. And you can do that simply by using simple prompting language by adding in underneath the video, change the background of X video to a green screen. Now, the way to think about this is truly like using Nano Banana but for video, because we can instantly make any edits that we like. And you can see here, we can even update very specific prompts or elements of the video. For example, it doesn't just have to be the character, it could also be parts of the scene. And this is what gives us a whole host of creative opportunities. Now, the remarkable thing about this is not only how many features we have, but exactly how powerfully these are integrated, meaning that they aren't sloppy. These are high quality exports with hardly any morphing or disfiguration at all. Now you can see here that we're able to get 360-degree consistency of our characters, which is the type of consistency we need to maintain believability across all of our work. Now here's an example from Marco, and this displays the power of using reference images. So we can combine separate images to influence exactly how the video comes out. Now the key thing here is that we're able to reference the images inside of the prompt. And you can see here that you upload an image and then you use the @ key and name the video or the image that you're using, and it understands how these will relate to each other. For example, this hat goes on top of this woman. And you can see the output works absolutely incredibly well. Though I would say, to just make sure that we are being completely realistic here, that it is a little bit odd that her hair is still coming through the hat. This example from Johannes Eriksson showcases the ultimate test for AI video. And that is realistic physics and motion for dynamic shots. We have an incredibly agile woman who is moving in a way that seems believable. Now, if we do just take a look at this, you can see that everything about it feels natural and realistic. Even the crowd in the background are reacting in a very natural way. The only thing I could pull out here is this gentleman's hands seem to merge into each other rather than actually be clapping. Now, as for using celebrities, this example from Amira showcases how we can easily include ourselves partying with Elon Musk. Alex Petrisco has a stunning example here showcasing a incredible superhero style video. So to understand the power of Kling O1, we must look at each of their new features in isolation. Let's take a closer look at what these are and how these work. Now, the key thing about this model is it's the world's first multimodal model, which is the major breakthrough here. We've previously had multimodal models for image and text, but to have that with video allows us a whole host of capabilities. Now, you can see that we have the ability to choose the exact length of our video, but also work with a whole host of reference images. Now, this is the key element here because we're able to add these in and then reference these almost like variables. That means that they stay consistent between all of our shots, that we take these reference images and we then provide them to the video model and tell them how to relate to these. This is the method for achieving character and object consistency throughout our process. Now, the great thing about this is that we can re-edit our videos seamlessly with precise detail. Especially what I love is this feature, which allows us to generate different angles of a video. So we can insert one video and get 6 different perspectives of this out, which allows us a whole lot of creative power for storytelling. Now, the creative possibilities of this are going to be absolutely endless, and we're definitely going to explore some of those in an upcoming video. So that's what it is, but how does it work and what can we actually do with it? Well, to showcase what's possible with it, I want to introduce today's sponsor, and that is Artlist. And they have the brand new Kling O1 model available inside their platform for you to try. Now, Artlist is great because it's a place where you can use a whole variety of different image and video models in one unified platform. And the reason why I like this is because you pay for just one subscription, but you get access to all the latest models. So you can use Nano Banana Pro as well as Kling O1 and a whole host of other models. So let's jump in and take a look at how we can use that with AI video. Now, once you've logged into Artlist, all you need to do is come to AI video, and from here you'll see the ability to select any model that you like. We've got Kling 1.6, Sora 2, Google Veo 3.1, and of course our new toy Kling O1 video. Next level prompt understanding uses start and end frame to animate videos with smooth transitions. So you can simply select this model, and you'll notice we have the option for a start and end frame. We can change our aspect ratio and also enter in a prompt if we desire. And I'm going to go ahead and upload 2 frames. I'm going to start off with this image of a woman, and I'm going to end with this beautiful image of the horse. Now, what we're doing here is we're challenging the model to showcase its capabilities of creating complex transitions. So going from one image to another that are vastly different. But the incredible thing about Kling O1 is just how intelligently it finds a way to maneuver between these 2 shots. Now, we can go ahead and add a prompt in. This can help explain to the AI video exactly how we want the scene to animate. And as soon as we're happy with this, we can go ahead and click on animate. Now we have this wonderful nightmare fuel of this woman transitioning into a horse. I've heard of gender transitions, but transitioning to a horse is just something else these days. Now what's fabulous about this platform is that we can also use it to create images. And one of the great models that we can access, of course, is the new Nano Banana Pro model. But we also have access to the new Flux 2.0 model. Now, this isn't something we've had a look on this channel yet before. There are simply so many AI releases, it's hard to fit them all in. But I would like to show you the powers of Flux 2.0. Now, you'll notice that the generations here are based on a credit system. And depending on the subscription you get, you have a different amount of credits to use as you please during the month. Now, you can use these across AI video, AI image, AI voice, and even music, which means that we have this whole toolbox for creating our AI works in one handy little place. Now you'll see just how quick this is as well. You get the images out in less than 10 seconds. You can see the speed at which they generate, and we get this incredible degree of realism from the Flux model. And what's great is we can immediately go and animate this by clicking on it, and it immediately puts it as the image to video for our work. We can then go and select the model. So let's go again with the Kling O1 and add in a little prompt and go ahead and animate. And this is how my Flux 2.0 image turned into a video with Kling O1. We have to admire a couple of things on how well Kling O1 takes an image and turns it into a video. Now, you'll often notice that when you use image to video, that the first frame of the video won't actually look exactly like the image that you used. And they often apply some subtle changes, especially with the HDR, contrast, and saturation. But here you can see it's absolutely impeccable. This is the power of Artlist, because it means that we can stay in one tool to create our work. We don't have to constantly switch between different tabs and websites. They are constantly adding new models to Artlist, so you will always have access to the latest toys. They instantly added the Kling O1 model and they added Flux, both within the last week. Now, if you are interested in trying out Artlist, they are currently running a sale and you get 40% off of their standard AI suite plan. And what this gives you is access to the latest AI image and video models, so you can test out Kling O1 and Google Nano Banana Pro. Now what's great is this is just $9.42 a month, and that gives you 16,500 credits, which equates to around 55 AI videos or up to 330 AI images. And you get to choose how you spend your credits. Now, what's great is you can also upgrade and get more credits if you run out. Now, this license covers all social media platforms, websites, client work, paid ads, podcasts, broadcasts, and TV. And if you do get the annual plan, you save 40%. Artlist is a great place for testing out all of the latest AI image and video models. So feel free to check them out in the link in the description below. And a big thanks to Artlist for sponsoring this segment of the video. Now let's take a look at using Kling O1 inside of the Kling platform. So let's take a look at the exciting new features we can play with. I'm going to go with video upload, and we're going to showcase how we can edit videos with natural language. So I'll take this video of a fish that we had from before. So we can enter in natural language a prompt such as change to night, and then we reference the element that we're referring to. And you can see here that it colors it in a specific tone. So you can see that it is an asset, it is a variable, it is a component of the video. Once we're happy, go ahead and generate. And this is how that came out. And as you can see, it unlocks a beautiful way of transitioning between different times of day. Now, what I love about this is that we can intersplice the two videos. So we can even fade between them at some point during the video to give this beautiful effect. And this is one of the creative possibilities. But that's not all. We don't just need to use videos that are coming out of Kling. We can even upload our own. For example, I can take this video of myself.
Hi, I'm here on the edge of the beautiful volcano.
And then we can add any changes or special effects that we like. We can pop that in, and this is how that came out, with me enjoying a wonderful vacation to a local volcano.
Hi, I'm here on the edge of the beautiful volcano.
Now the key thing here with transforming elements is making sure that we select the correct tab, and that is using the transformation tab. We then go ahead and upload our video, and we also need an image to upload. Now I'll be using a portrait of myself, and then what we can do is we can go into the prompt bar and reference exactly what we need. Now you'll notice that we have the opportunity to use the @ key, and it will bring up a list of all the elements that we have available for us to implicate. So I'm going to go with video 1, and I'm going to say change the man in @video1 to the man in @image1. Now once we've got that in, all we have to do is go ahead and press generate, and in a couple of minutes we get out this. And as you can see, it's me living out my wildest fantasies inside of the Matrix. Now as for pricing with Kling, the entry plan for paying monthly is $8.80, and that gives you 660 credits for around about 33 standard videos. Now the most interesting thing is that if you do get their Premier plan, you do get unlimited access to their 2.5 model, which is also an extremely strong model. Kling O1 is giving us unprecedented capabilities in the world of AI video. You can think of it like Nano Banana Pro for video, where we can easily update and edit our videos with simple text prompts. This unlocks a whole host of creative possibilities for special effects and for creating incredible advertisements, films, and mixed media creations. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then why not watch this one next, which is all about how we can use Nano Banana Pro with AI video. And there are a whole host of creative opportunities leveraging the power of Nano Banana Pro for AI video. Stay updated with my latest videos by turning on notifications below. And most of all, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Good luck with your AI projects and have a delightful day.